because of the ash in the air. Yes. Not completely certain about if it's safe.
This may look like business as usual, but it's a new kind of usual. That cloud of volcanic ash is still shifting up there, and so are the rules in aviation as to how you can fly around and through it. This is where the ash cloud was this afternoon, previously the no-fly zone. But now only this area of the thickest ash is off limits. And the airlines are keeping a close eye on what even the small amounts of ash might be doing to their engines. The new rules for flying around volcanic ash are being called the Goldilocks rules. Areas of no ash, areas of too much ash, and areas where the amount of ash is just right. Katie?
Mark Phillips at his usual perch at Heathrow Airport in London. Thank you, Mark. Back in this country, Congress is about to dive into the Goldman Sachs fraud investigation. A Senate panel is expected to question Goldman CEO Lloyd Blankfein and Executive Vice President Fabrice Touré about the case next Tuesday. Meanwhile, remember that showdown over financial reform that was brewing last week? Well, it may not happen after all. Nancy Cordes is our congressional correspondent. And Nancy, this is a real about-face for Republicans.
That's right, Katie. It appears that bipartisanship is back from the dead here on Capitol Hill. Suddenly, both parties say they want to make a deal.
Just last week, Republicans were expressing universal opposition to the financial reform bill.
It will lead to endless taxpayer bailout.
But now they are back at the bargaining table.
We are pretty close. We have the same goal. We want too big to fail to go away.
The change in tone comes after Democrats accused the GOP of siding with big banks.
To say that Republicans are representing Wall Street couldn't be further from the truth.
Not that Wall Street is trying mightily to influence the outcome. Citigroup spent $1.3 million lobbying Congress in just the first quarter of this year. Credit Suisse and Goldman Sachs also spent more than $1 million, roughly double what they spent in the first quarter of 2009. Campaign donations from Goldman's Political Action Committee hit $290,000 in March, 8 times higher than the previous 2 months.
I wouldn't consider returning
Doing
unless
some
you ever
fiction
gave me
over
that
there.
money. You've done something
No,
wrong.
I think he's crapping or something.
I think so. I noticed that earlier.
$1 million he got from Goldman and its employees during his campaign.
I got a lot of money from a lot of people, and the vast majority of the money I got was from small donors all across the country.
This may turn out to be one time when corporate cash to candidates doesn't drown out the voice of the people.
Lobbying money in this context can only take the company so far. Politicians are looking at voters who are extremely angry at Wall Street and angry at Washington for not doing anything.
In fact, just today, a Senate committee approved tough new regulations on derivatives, those complex financial instruments that are at the heart of the Goldman Sachs fraud case.
This bill will bring 100% transparency to a currently unregulated dark market. That legislation on derivatives will have to be married to the rest of the financial reform package. Democrats would love to hold a vote right away, but Republicans want more time to negotiate. Katie?
And Nancy, I know the president is coming to New York City tomorrow, into the belly of the beast, if you will. What's the purpose of his visit?
That's right, he'll be speaking at Cooper Union College, not on Wall Street, but very close to it, trying to send a message.
Those eyelids are so heavy.
Should stand with him on reform instead of against him, and he'll also be trying to send a message to Main Street Americans that he's not afraid to talk tough to the banks. Katie?
And Nancy, a lot of people have questioned the timing of that SEC case against Goldman Sachs, and the president addressed that today, didn't he?
That's right. In that CNBC interview that you saw, he categorically denied that the White House had anything to do with the substance or the timing of that suit. He said that the SEC is a completely independent agency, and he said any indications that he might have tried to influence that suit are categorically false.
All right. Nancy Cordes on Capitol Hill. Thanks very much, Nancy. And coming up next, right here on the CBS Evening News, 3 months after